stuff matters, so happy for the feedback.
And so also just to say too, to that point, if there is a specific topic you would like addressed, let us know and you'll get the subject matter experts in the room so they can answer your questions, because we don't want to waste your time.
So I'm gonna ask that we do this like a popcorn thing, so just like throw out your ideas, not long things, and then Mandy can follow up with you if she doesn't completely get what it is. Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, so just like anything important, right, any issue that we can talk about?
Regarding public safety,
Okay.
including the settlement agreement.
Ooh, okay, I'm not super familiar with the settlement agreement.
That's fine.
I think we're on another
Public
thing.
safety.
So my thing is homelessness
It's police and
crime.
mental health.
Okay, well,
Homelessness and crime.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. That's fine.
Dan,
It should be televised like the COAB meetings were, and the COCL should be required to be here.
thank you. Yes.
Police involved shooting.
I was wondering, I have an idea of, for the PSAP meeting, I was hoping we could do it as a full forum with subcommittees. They should be from community members, from the different communities. That's what I was thinking.
Thank you. Back there.
The public records
Thank you.
The police using anti-stalking orders against cop watchers.
Okay, others? All right.
How we could address disrupting the negative aspects of police culture.
Thank you.
Mental health, connecting with mental health communities, I don't know if you said that, I'm sorry, I was outside talking.
Okay, well, hold on. So connecting with mental health communities.
Communities.
Yes, plural.
And also, so I have, like, the last mayor, Mayor Hales, I called that office for 2 years and they never answered me back. And also, unfortunately, with, the same new mayor now, Mayor Wheeler, I called them also for 4 months without, and they never called me back. So how do we get called back if we're from the mental health community?
Okay, so responsiveness, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
really.
yeah, and I'm just gonna cut short, because I wanna make sure everybody gets a chance. Yes.
Yeah, talking about like what exactly community policing is, like having a definition from the city and the police bureau.
Okay.
I wanted to also just reevaluate the crowd control policy. I was hoping for a review of that and some revisions because issues are popping up at protests.
Okay, yes.
The role of neighborhood watch, which has been here for quite a while, and it was actually at my house, 2 criminals were chased and they were running down my driveway and jumped it. So the neighbors called in to the police and helped the police line up, and they caught the people that jumped my fence and went to another neighbor and they caught them. So that is neighborhood watch as strong as it used to be, and maybe take a look at that.
This touches a little on the treatment of houseless people, but the clean and safe and their relationship with the police bureau downtown.
Thank you.
Similarly, the relationship with the city, the police, and their relationships, and how somehow they all have a talking to one another.
So I think, or go on, Ann, sorry.
Forgiveness, so like for me to be able to forgive what's happened to me in the mental health system, for us, police are doing the best they can, they really are, most of them are. So how do we just stop attacking and learn to work on forgiveness for all of us, so we can actually have good dialogue, good positive dialogue?
Okay. Other suggestions for next month's meeting?
So,
Did you, okay,
Like, you're just stretching.
I see you.
fact
too.
grounding, like at the beginning, so like we don't operate in this, she mentioned kind of her profession is a legal bubble, so like the reality context is the last major community engagement about police accountability was 13 months ago, the last COAB meeting. Since that time, Terrell Johnson and Quantice Hayes are dead. And that's the real metric. So we should start every meeting with acknowledging and discussing if there's been a failure in the system of police keeping people alive.
Thank you. You had one?
Yeah, I'm just interested in figuring out how to extract police and policing from other services they don't need to be a part of, particularly because of their propensity for violence and excessive use of force against those experiencing mental health crisis.
Thank you. Okay, so now we have a week-long summit. These are all great ideas.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do,
I'm sorry, I just wanted to add, to sort of challenge the police while they're doing police work, because I think that they promote the Blue Lives Matter thing a little too much with the jewelry and the insignias and things like that. And I think that's honestly a racist practice, and it doesn't help building trust when people see, you know, having Blue Lives Matter paraphernalia. I really want to challenge that. I think it should be illegal.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
I would like a team from the mayor's office to come walk at the National Alliance of Mental Illness Walk on May 20th.
Okay.
And normally they used to show up, so we'd like to see a team from the mayor's office as well as other places.
And can you send an email?
No, I don't have time. Call National
I'll do
Alliance
it.
230-800.
Mandy will do it.
I
She'll
got it.
take care of
I'll
it.
catch it.
So, we have 3 minutes left, and we have a limit on the time in the room, so yes.
Well, I just have a quick question. So I'm coming in as a novice, but I'm wondering for the, whatever the
Piece up.
Yeah. Is this going to, for any type of, so my community was just railroaded by the city on a certain issue, and we felt blindsided by that. So is this going to be something that's going to address all issues, not just with police, but also just how the city, you know, does business?
It's more focused on public safety.
Okay.
I think there are other forums. There have been community meetings over the last year to address like livability issues, just through neighborhood association meetings.
Neighborhood associations do not represent the people. I've seen that.
That's fine. I understand that, right? But Burke Nelson and Seraphy Allen have been incredibly engaged. Burke has made like house visits, right? So there has been community engagement. I understand what you're saying. This is really focused on public safety.
Okay,
That includes livability too, right? That includes like houselessness issues, right? There's absolutely overlap in a lot of areas, but it also just needs to be focused.
Sure, that's what I didn't know.
Yeah.
One thing I think we could do, Mandy, is some of the issues that aren't grounded here or need other, like you were saying earlier, the county does a huge role. I mean, they have the joint office on houselessness. They also have the.
I'm well aware of all of
Yeah.
who's involved. Yeah.
But there are other people who aren't, so that's why I was just saying, I wasn't trying to be condescending. But the other piece is, you know, what are they doing around mental health stuff? So what I just wanted to say is, when we've heard questions that don't seem like they're germane right to this room and this conversation, we will try to find out where you can get into those conversations and bring that information. Yes, I've got somebody here and then.
Suggestion, maybe creating some kind of online submission thing that we can, give you questions beforehand, before each meeting, so some way to collect that.
And what I wanted to say earlier is I think since we have quite a robust like list of topics, just organizing kind of each month and letting you know in advance like kind of what the agenda is. And it's not a hard agenda. Just let us know, let Mandy know really. I'd like to see this topic kind of get on, you know, the March agenda, or kind of get on the April agenda. But you know, I think having like a forum for like livability issues and making sure that we have like Sergeant Tige here, Burke here, Seraphy here, Michelle Planbeck in my office as well, so that we have the right people. Because I, for example, cannot answer those questions, and so we can be really intentional about structuring the next several months for you all.
So there was one back there that we haven't heard from.
Yeah, this is a question from Nicole. The COAB went through like a year and a half, and they went through the police directive.
2 years.
2 years, general orders. They went through them one at a time. They went through repeated meetings of them. They rewrote them. They adopted them. They voted on them. There were police on the board, and they submitted 100 of them to the city. Mayor Wheeler showed up a year ago at one of the last meetings, and I brought that up then, and he said, I promise I will read them. And well, I don't know if he read them or not, but he certainly hasn't done anything else.
I remember that.
So he's read them. We are, I mean, I'll be really frank, like we are of limited bandwidth in the office, so we're still working on the recommendations, and that's why we also want to engage PSEP on those recommendations.
I mean, they were designed to hold the police accountable in the directives very specifically for each item, so that if there was misconduct, people could do something about it.
No, that's absolutely true.
What happens is nothing ever gets done.
Part of the process and issue is that, you know, there are also kind of DOJ priorities, and so we have steadily been working through recommendations from different parties and trying to address each of those issues in a timely fashion. So it's tough. I agree with you.
Too, you know?
I agree with you 100%, and it has been too long, and we're doing our best.
And I heard a couple commitments to bring it forward again. So I heard that the new PSEP will be given that list of recommendations to before they begin their work, that also, I believe I heard Chief Outlaw say
Mhm.
that she's gonna be reviewing those things. So I heard that a couple times tonight. Dan, I'm sorry, I have one more from Jason, and then, we're gonna end the formal part of the meeting. Jason?
So, in the future forum, I thought today we heard a lot of things that we actually were already in the public record from the city.
Mhm.
And reiterating it, getting us back up to speed. But what wasn't heard, by the city, I think, is the community. So I'd really appreciate if a forum in the future, we turn the tables around and have the city sitting and listening in a sincere fashion, and have the community talk, because what we wanna do as far as reconciling this trust issue is, we have a very different process for doing that, which has nothing to do with the law, frankly. And your changes to the law or policy are quite irrelevant to rebuilding trust. That gets done by personal relationships, and the only piece of new information I heard here tonight was that Daniel Outlaw hadn't met with anybody from the mental health community yet. The invitation has been on her desk since the day she got there. And, I mean, that is an injury right there.
Thank you, Jason, for that feedback, and I think that's a really interesting idea to flip it.
This is
Dan,
an
very
important
quickly.
What's listed at the bottom of this for upcoming events is status conference on April 19th, but it's also a fairness hearing. And that needs to be written down, and the community needs to know there's a fairness hearing that they get to participate in on the April 19th.
Thank you for that. And, can I just say, just for, so we know, is how many people for whom this was your first meeting to come to wrap this issue? Okay, great. And one of the reasons I wanna know that is because this is one of our challenges in designing the meetings, is we have people come who've never been here before, we have people who have lived and breathed it. So sometimes if you hear what seems I'm not trying to defend that at all, Jason, but I do wanna say that we're very thoughtful about the fact that some of you are coming and you need some introduction to what's happening too. So I really appreciate everybody making space for everyone in the room and working with us. Thank you, the mighty Mandy and the team moving things forward.
Thank you to our interpreters,
Thanks to the interpreters, thanks for everybody's participation.
They get paid.
It's
their job.
Okay, the mighty Philip.
They're not special.
What's the like baseline requirement?